from the Lakeside Newsroom of the Henrico Citizen, your hometown news source since 2001. This is the Henrico News Minute with publisher Tom Lapis.
Henrico teacher is under arrest facing 6 sexual assault charges. We'll have details in today's Henrico News Minute. It's Tuesday, September 7th, 2021. It's brought to you today by Henrico County CSB Prevention Services.
And now for the news.
A disturbing story that we were first to tell you about Friday night on HenricoCitizen.com as a Short Pump Middle School gym teacher has been arrested in North Carolina on 6 charges of sexual assault involving a minor. Dean Lakey, 60, was arrested by the Currituck County Sheriff's Office in North Carolina and taken into custody without incident September 2nd. He's being held without bond at the Currituck County Detention Center until his extradition to Henrico County is granted. That may have happened by now. Detectives with Henrico Police opened an investigation based on Child Protective Services providing law enforcement a tip. The incident under investigation occurred during the 2016-2017 school year. After a long-term investigation, police presented the case before the multi-jurisdictional grand jury August 25th, seeking indictments for 1 count of rape, 2 counts of forcible sodomy, and 3 counts of indecent liberties with a minor as a custodian. In an email to Short Pump Middle staff members on Friday, Principal Kim Sigler wrote that Lakey had been placed on administrative leave back in April as soon as police and CPS officials brought the allegations to the school system's attention. He was teaching virtually at the time. He remains on administrative leave. He has been at Short Pump Middle for a number of years. Anyone with information about this case may call Detective Alphin at 804-501-4143 or submit anonymous tips by calling Crime Stoppers. That number is 780-1000, or you can visit Crime Stoppers' website at p3tips.com. Tomorrow's the first day of school in Henrico, and there have been at least 33 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in schools since August 27th. That's according to the school system. Those cases have resulted in 171 people being identified as close contacts. The most cases, 4, have occurred in people involved with Henrico High School. Those resulted in 97 contacts, also potentially being exposed. 1 case at Glen Allen High led to the identification of 50 close contacts, while 2 cases in people at Skipwith Elementary produced 10 close contacts. Now, the school system's policy this year, if someone is determined to be a close contact of a known COVID case, if the contact is fully vaccinated and has no symptoms, there is no quarantine needed. That person can continue to work or learn in person, but should wear a mask for 14 days in all indoor settings and be tested for COVID 3 to 5 days after exposure. If those test results are positive, even if the person is asymptomatic, they will be required to enter a 14-day quarantine period. If the test results are positive but there are no symptoms, the person can continue to work or learn in person. Anyone who's a close contact and who has not been vaccinated is required to quarantine for 14 days. When school begins tomorrow, it also will begin for the new Henrico Virtual Academy, a fully virtual K-12 program. But several thousand students who had hoped to take part in the program learned last week that they will not be admitted. That's because the school system doesn't have enough staff members and couldn't hire enough to add all interested students. There will be a total of 1,519 students enrolled in the program. They were required to commit for the entire school year. That number now includes new spots for 64 elementary school students, or just about 2% of the more than 3,000 students on the wait list when it closed August 25th. But expanding the program even by just a few dozen was, quote, no small task, end quote, according to Henrico Schools spokesman Andy Jenks. Those new seats became available when some elementary school teachers shifted to teaching virtually. The school system was not able to shift middle or high school teachers to the program, according to Jenks, because of staffing needs in person at those levels. Now, in addition to those 64 seats, the system also offered another 543 waitlisted students full-time virtual seats for elementary school at Virtual Virginia. That's an online program run by the Virginia Department of Education. And then Friday, the VDOE also offered an additional 90 middle and high school seats to the county. If any of those students who are offered seats don't accept one at Virtual Virginia, the county will continue to make offers all the way through the wait list, according to Jenks. The remaining more than 2,330 students who didn't get a spot in either virtual program will return to their home schools for in-person learning. Some parents said they were frustrated because they expected their children to end up in the virtual program and don't want them to attend school in person because of COVID. Our education reporter Anna Bryson has much more about this topic. You can read her story right now on henricocitizen.com by clicking on News and then Education. Henrico's COVID-19 case count has been relatively steady in the last few days. Over the past 3 days, the county experienced 325 total new confirmed cases. It's been slightly above 100 cases per day for almost 2 weeks now. There was also one new hospitalization reported related to the virus in the county and one new COVID-related death also reported.
As we all strive to do our part during this extraordinary time, Henrico Area Mental Health serves as your local and public mental health agency, continuing to do its part. We all experience mental health challenges, especially during extreme challenging times.
It doesn't matter your age, gender, race, or ethnicity. Each person is affected differently. If you're a resident of Charles City, New Kent, or Henrico counties, and you, a family member or friend or someone you know, may need someone to talk to about the mental health challenges being experienced.
Do your part and call us at 804-727-8515. That's 804-727-8515. We're here to help. Remember, mental health is good health. Call Henrico Area Mental Health at 804-727-8515. That number again is 804-727-8515.
This message comes to you from Henrico County CSB Prevention Services.